Gotta come into this one, I think, having a bit of fun, and that's my plan, honestly, Josh. I'm coming into this one, and honestly, the compositions are honestly looking pretty normal by comparison of what I wanted. I wanted to see, you know, when you're 5-stacking, you queue in, you get that preview of what the enemy team's running.
Yeah,
you see the 5 duelists, and you just know that they're on demon time.
Yeah, you just know you're gonna lose.
I wanted to see that from Sen. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to see that.
We do have some cool stuff, though. I mean, Kampeki's kind of the OG Neon within North America, and it's the first time that he's played it for Sentinels. OpTic obviously going to start an attack with Victor going super quick into sand here. Shaz, one of his first times playing Chamber, said he doesn't like IGLing from the role, but it makes sense for him as a player.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a fun game.
I hope so too. Plan's going to start to go down here for OpTic. I mean, that's a fast take into the A site, and Sentinels players just chilling for now. Working their way around ropes. They need to try and take down a couple of these players. Just holding in sand. Victor grabs the one still there, not being cleaned out. Smokes on drop. Not allowing the rest of Sentinels to really take these fights favorably, with Shaz falling now, just the 3v5. Doesn't look ideal.
Kampeki though, and Raucus answering back a little bit here, bringing things down into a 2v3, and they're jumping over the head of FNS. Oh, FNS has lost them, but quickly traded out. And that goes OpTic, with 2 players that survive, ghosts in hand, heading into round 2, and the pistol collected. Obviously, Brian, if we're going to talk expectations for this match, sure. It's OpTic, best team in the world, playing against Sentinels. The winners of Iceland, Masters Iceland, Reykjavik, facing off against each other, but it is a very nerfed Sentinels. It's a rough situation for them.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in,
this is not the roster you were expecting.
Not the roster you're expecting. A bunch of unfortunate circumstances. Unlucky for Sentinels, really. Tens is actually sick at the moment. Hope he gets a speedy recovery. Raucus is playing as well for them with COVID currently as well. And
Six had a family emergency.
Sick with the family emergency, so Danny's come in as well. Danny, listen, we got some facts lined up for Danny. If you don't know who he is, used to play with Ninja on timing.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Recently completed an engineering degree as well, so yep. Smart guy.
April 22nd. Completed that engineering degree.
I mean, we don't know the exact date. He just tweeted about it.
He tweeted it on April 22nd. Yeah, I mean, we were just scouring the tweets.
Yeah, because he's a pretty unknown player. I mean, the desk we're talking about, it hasn't played since July or something of last year. Yeah. So, an opportunity to see whether he can do anything, honestly, against the best team in the world. But there's no expectations here for Sentinels. There really aren't. It's just about whether they can, you know, showcase something fun. Yeah. Very different kind of look from the team with this comp.
So, I mean, you've got to come into this one as well with a bit of, you know, a bit of fun. You've got to come into it loose. Zero expectations, that ranked demon mode mentality.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Take the stress off your shoulders.
Exactly, exactly. Expectations, honestly, zero. Even with, you know, potentially the season on the line, we don't really know how it's going to work out for them, but...
Here goes Kampeki, looking like they want to do a similar exec. The older crew one, smoke down, stun comes out. They're trying to see if they can get some control towards tree. They faked presence, but they're backing over towards A now that there was a bit of dish noise.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, OpTic have already pivoted, and both entrances to B are pretty wide open right now. Not that OpTic necessarily know that.
Yeah, Sen just looking like they're playing B for that retake. Not really any utility in play to set it up here. You can see Victor now sends up the fast lane. I'm just going to walk up behind it as they try and take that control of tower up onto the B site. FNS, there's a rolling thunder. And that's why they were playing retake, anticipating it from the tunnel. See if there's a fast approach. Yeah, Kampeki tries to take advantage of the chaos that was on the site, but he's going to go down. There wasn't really any sort of follow-up, a slight angle. Yeah, he spots him.
The tiniest of angles. Yay, Shaz. What a chamber head-to-head. An unusual one today. Wasn't expecting it. Sentinels left in a 3v5. They're on the anti-bonus here, but this one's going to be really difficult. All the post-plan positions here are really nice.
Yeah.
Marv with perfect crosshair placement as well. Takes down Danny.
It's going to take a miracle, but maybe Dapper can deliver. Starts things off nicely. Jumping around, he needs some assistance though. Raucus holding at the back there of Jenny. And then the other side, just going to be saving the guns. I mean, makes sense.
Very disciplined. That's Coach Raucus making the call.
Coach Raucus making the call, baby.
Guys, it is the percentage play here to save. And OpTic take the bonus there. Off the back of a little bit of pressure towards Dish. Farming an orb up on FNS. Getting the Rolling Thunder online. Execing on B. It is incredible the level of brilliance that OpTic have continued to demonstrate after Reykjavik. There's been no drop-off. These guys, I mean, the devs talked about it. continuing to innovate, but also on maps like this where the comp is working, just continuing to add better and better things into their game.
Yeah, innovating over and over and over again.
And refining. Not just innovating, but refining these kind of comps. It's really cool to watch.
Because it does happen from time to time. You know, you see the teams, they end up winning one of the biggest events of the year, and they in the back of their minds, they're thinking, okay, we can take a foot off the gas a little bit, you know.
Rest on the laurels.
Yeah, you don't need to.
You don't have to tell the Sentinels fans, Bren. You don't have to tell them.
It wasn't directed at them, but I
it
mean,
does happen across various different sports, esports, everything. So Raucous and Dapper have saved these guns into this round. And you're in a really weird economic situation here where Raucous and Dapper actually want to save the guns into the next one as well. Because otherwise, if they just, the whole team gets wiped, suddenly they're in a rough situation. Campeki, though, with an excellent first kill. Catches Ye from heaven. Sentinels hadn't been playing in B Tower at all. So that's a new look for them. Jazz has also been brought exceptionally weak. 145.
Campeki was able to retrieve that rifle as well. The kill he got onto Ye.
And Victor's alone on the A side. Just waltzed his way on in. Yeah, there's just so much pressure on the B side. They were expecting a B exec. This is something that OpTic do fantastically, man. They pressure one side of the map, and you feel like it's going to be an all-out execute, so you rotate your players. The defenders come scrambling over. Suddenly, you've left the other side of the map just wide open. And it can be anyone that goes for that lurk. I mean, this time it's the Neon.
The position in here, the Sentinels want to try and go for a faster approach. Now they're still just sitting, all of them, in their spawn.
What it has done, though, you've given Campeki the Vandal. Can he do anything with this?
They've got to just try and clear these players out into sand. They drop down, all of them at the same time, but the crossfire is too good. Toppling down. You're playing those retakes, you got to go from multiple directions. If you're all just going to send it through the one area, it's less than ideal. But
Flash, anything?
Yeah,
Did they have any?
They did flash.
Yeah,
they flashed into Sam, but they had a player playing anti-flash, and the coverage was there. Listen,
very
Josh,
difficult.
I'm going to hold back, honestly. The criticism, I'm holding back a little bit because listen,
it's very different.
The circumstances surrounding them, it's not ideal.
Shaz on the operator. I thought we might see Shaz playing Jet. Hey, we still might see it heading into Bind as the second
maybe
map.
Later.
But we've got a chamber op head-to-head with Ye against Shazam.
I saw stun play going through. Actually, just going to be catching straight onto them here. Could be a kill.
I don't think they know the Marv's here.
They have to anticipate it. What a little flick. Okay, Raucous. But FNS straight through the tunnel system, and he knows that there's a couple more here. Danny's got it covered, though. Watching that angle.
Just incredibly bold from FNS. Super confident taking the duel. And Danny can't react in time. Yeah, he picks him off. They still know Raucous is around here, and Victor's going to be able to get the flank off.
Yeah.
Just a lamb to the slaughter. It's a 3v2 where they, again, have side control.
The retake with Shaz on the op as well. If he can get posted onto this angle early enough, could do some work here, and he does. Victor falling now, it's just a 2v2. Still, he's got a contest with Ye, operator in hand. Lovely flash, actually. Forced Ye off the angle. He had to turn away for but a moment. When I say lovely flash, that actually came from Crashes. So it was a team flash.
Yeah, lovely flash for Sentinels.
Yep.
With their Sage and Chamber. Now Crashy's got it all to do. He is insane in 1v2s, though.
The 1v1, the quick little walk around the angle, man. Crashy's just anticipating it.
And that's another one.
Clutch.
Chalk it up. Crashies wins so many of those 1v2s. It's one of the things with OpTic that doesn't get talked about as much, man, but they are just nasty in the clutch. Crashies and Victor are two of the best 1v2 players in the world. Marved is ice cold in these situations too, especially when it comes down to 1v1s.
That guy's different. Now, a lot of ults online for Sen here. I want to see them cook someone up, even though they're on a bit of an eco. I mean, you can make some plays happen. It doesn't look likely, though, because Dapper's playing with the Judge. So.
Dapper's bought a Judge here. Maybe he's planning to go for the Judge next round as well. There goes the Chamber head-to-head. Whoa, Campeki's in bold and aggressive there. Trades, though.
Yeah, that was a bit of a solo play, I think, just looking for anything.
Victor could get caught. Raucous, sorry, is around that area. I'm saying Shaz as if he's still playing the breach.
Yeah, getting caught out there. Man, I mean, yeah, he's grabbed the gun. Okay, so Raucous was eyeing up whether or not he wanted to play into halls, but he does get the rifle.
And Raucous might be towards B in time here. Potentially deny the plant coming through, but unfortunately Crashies isn't even going to give him the opportunity. The null command is so good on maps like Fracture and Icebox. Whoa! Get the plant off for free. What a push through the smoke!
Yeah, and now the spikes drop down.
That timing, based off where they could see the pulses coming from.
The positioning, though, is so cap. Because they're watching for this player. Look, Dapper is in such a dangerous situation. The man's only got a judge to work with. I mean, Crashes eventually goes down. That was from the double push, but he is surrounded by so many players, and he just doesn't have the weaponry.
No, it's a nice idea, but it just isn't going to work.
Not ideal.
What is Dapper going to buy in this round, though, as well? He was left without too much money. Well, I guess with the massive losing bonus, actually, he still has enough for the Phantom and light armor.
Yeah.
Well, now without the null command on the other side, Sentinels can potentially get some value out of these ults. Put them on the round. Put a round on the board, sorry. You hate seeing the goose egg. Looks like OpTic are gearing up for a B split here, or at least some level of arcade control. FNS is one orb away from having his Rolling Thunder. They love playing for ult orbs. They're very methodic with that.
They've been farming up these ults so far on this map.
Yep, Victor just taking control. FNS presumably going to play for the orb. Although he does have the spike, he might be looking for it in the post plant. Nope.
Nah, he's going to grab it.
Stakes it. Nobody Heaven to be able to punish him, and now goes into his classic position underneath. Grim ult, though.
Okay, that gets used super preemptively as soon as they hear that to try and catch the player who was into arcade, and they're still putting the aggression on. Sentinels holding a bit further back. And Pecky leading the charge, and he's taken control of tower once more. Crashes has to be aware of this, and he is. The crosshair placement is quite impeccable, but the spike has been dropped. What? Dapper? What is occurring here, man?
Crashes just egos the slope and pushes into Dapper. Dapper's going to be just molded about that one. Wow, what's he doing? Pushing my slope.
Does he sound like that?
No, he doesn't sound like that, actually. No.
What's he doing? Pushing my slope.
No, he doesn't sound like that, actually. I've done him mad dirty there. No, he doesn't sound like that. But I'd be losing it in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, that is
OpTic are just so confident they're pushing for all of the duels.
Just a silly play, unexpected.
But it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to throw those in. And now Danny's just left alone in a 1v3. Listen, this would be an incredible one, but unfortunately not able to get it to work.
Gonna reset the aim, yeah.
Now, if you're unfamiliar with Danny, we talked about the fact that he had taken a break to do his engineering degree recently, but at the same time, he'd already made it to rank 13 Radiant.
Yep.
He got 1,000 RR while studying for his degree.
Start of year.
Yeah, so the guy's good. If you're not, I mean, if you weren't familiar with his time in playing with Ninja, then fair enough, that was a while back.
I'm a huge Ninja fan. I watch every stream. Every stream when Timon when he was playing on Timon, I was there.
And what do we got cooking up here? Is this the classic OpTic default? This is going to be a massive clash in tree. I say default. The classic B exec is what I should have said. Oh, and Sentinels actually back off.
Yeah.
They do have bad weaponry. Is it a fake?
It's huge pressure. I mean, OpTic love to do this.
I think they're trying to trigger out the breach ult there as a response. Oh, that's rough for Danny.
Oh, that was just sent into the back of the site. Danny did he feel like he couldn't swing out? Get away from it?
I mean, I think he just didn't realize it was there. Jumped up a dice.
I mean, FNS... Oh, okay.
Now, that's a good shot.
They just re-clear it anyway. Okay. The old bait and switch. Oh, no. Danny gets rezzed. He'll hold on top of it. He does manage to run out of there.
20 HP to his name. Yeah. Another tick of that and he'd been done.
Dapper has the heal, but can he even get line of sight onto him? And again,
all of this is just a fake.
Yeah, just pumping all the utility into this one. An opportunity.
God help you, Raucus.
Dude, Raucus can do it, man. He's got the discipline.
I mean, Marv is one shot here, but I doubt he's going to give him a rifle to play with. And it's going to be hard to use any breach utility.
Coach can do it. There we go. Patience, baby! He's done it! 2 kills, rattling off. He knows there's a third there. He sees the spike and he grabs the gun.
And he does get a gun out of it.
What a way! Man, he's feeling himself. He's actually feeling himself. Spamming it through. 12 health. Knows roughly where he is. He's going to push for that smoke. The timing. Okay. Still, the coverage is there. Finally, around on the board. That's my coach. That's my coach.
What a play from Raucus. The patience was perfect. I mean, the second kill as well. Really nicely done there.
You know, a benefit we haven't talked about is that with Raucus playing, it's like you've got a timeout every round. He's always going to be there in the comms, you know.
That's true. They've got an IGL and a coach on the team. How can they lose? They're going to be making all the right adaptations. This is going to be a 7-5 half, Brand. Watch.
I mean, honestly, sometimes you do just need one on the board.
Obviously,
to get that momentum shift. But
it's a confidence boost. It's an economy boost as well. And OpTic are playing really boldly.
Whoa.
I mean, look at this round. They just push their way through a fault line, team flash. Shaz might have a couple here.
Oh yeah, he's picked up the angle, a bit of spam, and there we go. Supplementing it through with the rest of the team. Rolling Thunder, reset the aim. Still the players around the corner. They're stunned up. Is there going to be any help? Uh-oh. They're still stunned.
Uh-oh.
You're just feeding into them one at a time. The player's just holding back-to-back. Raucus still wants to take the angle. He's got the one, knows there's a second, but Crash Easy wins it. 31 health, 1v1, a minute left on the clock.
Dapper knows exactly where Crashies is.
And that's just walked into it.
But the pre-aim is so good. How many rounds have you seen Crashies do that so far?
And he's dropping the bag.
That's his third round where he's been able to close out by holding an incredibly good angle.
You're
and
just anticipating that he's going to get pushed.
Yep, the opposing player walks into it. How did he know Dapper was there? I have no idea. But, oh, Sentinels had this round in the bag. How on earth do Marv and Crashies win that? Just players peeking into them all over the place. Obviously, you can't be too harsh on Sentinels not having the level of coordination, playing with two subs.
Of course.
But, oh, that's a gut-wrenching one. Could have been the start of some level of a morale comeback.
Again, same stuff that we're seeing from OpTic a lot. The arcade take, baiting that they could be in tower. Flash through. The aftershock, but okay. Watching the flank. Dapper's been pushing that angle every now and then, so...
And Crashies has just been taking his lunch.
Yeah, I mean, taking his lunch money. Shoved in the locker, man.
Both. You ever had someone take your lunch instead of your lunch money?
No, it's never happened to me.
Oh, I mean, you're 6'2", no one would dare.
Yeah, I was huge at school. I was massive.
Shaz gets one, but Victor's up in his face, running around on them.
Oh my god.
And Ye gets the trade, pushing the way through the smoke. Nothing Raucus could do. Sentinels, one round on the board. Economy kind of ruptured at this point as well. Crashies is having a game.
Yeah, Crashies on one a bit. No ults to work with for Sen. Not much money either.
Cook something up.
You gotta cook something. That's what I'm thinking. You gotta cook something up.
Go for a five-man push tree or something.
Like just anything to get back on the board. Like a little crunch with the weapons, just a 5-hit through an area. They're playing a pretty standard game once more. Stimmy goes down, stuns as well. Knife. I mean, Victor is straight through past. The knife. I mean, a better gun in the hands of Kompeki. He might have been able to do a bit more work there, but
Dapper's wall did isolate Victor for a second, and Victor got flashed, but just no ability with a Sheriff to be able to actually get that pick. And the wall just gets destroyed, obliterated.
Stun's being held. Oh no, that's FNS. Aftershock off to the side, the nade as well. I mean, this is methodical by OpTic. And the angle's just being held by Ye. The stun just about missing. Anybody covering that for another reswing? Doesn't look like it, but it's okay. The player's just in spawn for now and walking right into the line of sight angles.
They're desperate to get some information. 3 players stacked over there.
Danny wants to push as the judge.
Yeah, I mean, Marv, meanwhile, is lurking onto B in the midst of all of this, so always an option. And there goes the spike. FNS trots it over. Marv's like, guys, I got the sight for you all. Shaz might intercept this, actually. Look at Shaz's position in Canteen. Meanwhile, Crashy's fighting over here.
The tour de force.
Ah, Shaz is...
He might be able to catch this angle.
He's got the read.
Yep.
30 seconds left.
Oh,
he's also got a bullet lodged between his eyes.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. That's a Prime Gaming flawless. Might be a good day for Prime Gaming. They might get their money's worth.
Yeah, you might get a lot of... I mean, I don't know if there's much... Might not be much airtime in this map left, but...
True. Yeah, OpTic are kind of flexing on them.
Yeah.
And Ye just abusing the fact that Sentinels only had Sheriffs in that one. A 10-1 lead. Can Sentinels put another round on the board? No big ults to work with. They're 1 away from the Brimstone now. Might fight for it over by Arcade. That might be what Danny and Dapper are up to. Meanwhile, OpTic just taking any halls again. They've had it for pretty much free every round.
Okay, Victor, I mean, fully blind, dashed into the wall, did not know where he was, but it's traded. So now 4v4. Smoke drop down. He's not going to give any more angles to work with, but he's just going to hold the edge of the smoke, anticipating that they might push through, expecting it.
And it's pure noise cut by OpTic. Just waiting for one of the Sentinels players to info peek back into them. Are they still halls? Dapper holding this angle might get an opportunity on Ye. Holding from Dish. Not worried that anyone's going to backstab him. OpTic don't really push players dish that often. Normally it's an all-in piece through halls, or they're pivoting back through tree. They smoke it off though, and there's the breach ult, trying to take the site. Slow up might counter.
It does actually. Does a good job of slowing them all the way down. And now Dapper could do some damage. The flash does not connect still. And his team rattling it off. Danny with the molly as well, right in that choke. Through the smoke. They just ran straight through it and got eviscerated.
30 seconds left.
All on Marv in a 1v4. Surely he can't do that. And it's another round for Sentinels. Danny, Dapper, Kampeki finishing off.
Switching
Good to
sides.
see.
Yep, 2 rounds on the board. We'll see what they can do on the other side of this one. Listen, it's been a week of upsets. There's always the possibility. Don't laugh at me, Josh. It has been a week of upsets.
It has.
There's always a chance.
LG,
Don't give up hope. Anyway,
G2, Sentinels.
Yep, we'll go to a short break. On the other side of things, we'll see if Sentinels can bring it back.
Gotta go.
Let's get back into it. Sentinels versus OpTic. It's a 2-10 at the half. And now we get to see that Sentinels attack side.
People have been praising Chet recently. The narrative has gone the other way, you know, with all of the different compositions that he's been bringing to the table and how much the players have praised him. My question is, how many frags has he got?
That's true, actually. He's not in the server.
No, Raucus top fragging while having COVID. My coach.
My coach, baby. Discipline.
Now it's Sentinels on the attack side. With their main roster, hasn't been too successful. But this is a fresh start, a new beginning.
Sure, a must-win pistol round for Sentinels. Don't know why I'm giggling. It's very serious.
It's also just, it's so unfortunate, the situation for Sentinels, that you have to just have fun in the game.
You do.
I mean, these players have just got to be enjoying the whimsy of it. They've obviously got a massive history with the OpTic guys as well.
Yeah.
Know them very closely.
Gotta have fun. Leading to this one, but look at that. Stimmy. Oh, the aftershock is perfectly timed. They still want to commit to this, though.
Well, Kampeki went through that.
And he's taking a bunch of damage, gets the heal. The wall dropped down as well. There's the kills flowing in. Okay, Sentinels.
Danny with a kill onto FNS, and Kampeki making so much space and distraction for them here. Marved on the flank. Oh, Shaz just moved away from it and left Raucus on his own. Shaz comes back for a trade, down to 50 health. Can he deal with Crashies? Been a demon in this game so far.
Still, yay. Working his way around the wall is not that good. They knew exactly where Shaz was. Crashes in a 1v2. Has to try and isolate one of them, but the swing timings, that's good. Sentinels with 1 on the board. Money to work with.
Yeah, nice.
Bit of a lifeline.
No, not bad whatsoever. We've been saying for a while, actually, that it'd be cool to see Kampeki pick up the Neon.
Yeah.
He used to play it on Fracture a lot for a crew.
All the time for a crew.
And a crew were a team that looked good on Fracture, considering that, you know, they're a tier 2 squad that weren't at the level of a lot of the tier 1 teams. Fracture looked like a serious home ground for them. So seeing Kampeki on Neon, Shaz playing the Chamber, this is a cool look for the Sentinels fans. To get, a glimpse into how a system like this might work for the team with their real roster. See if they can convert this. OpTic have not gone for the Ego Force, which is always good.
A quick slide off the one angle, and they've managed to cover it. 2 players at dish. They are dropped.
Very safe.
Yeah,
very safe.
Straight into the side.
Still 2 players way in the south of the map here, though, with Shaz, Raucus, miles away.
Someone help Danny, please.
Yeah, Danny and Kampeki are very isolated.
Luckily, they deal with Yay. When he's got the headhunter, it's always dangerous. But no, they catch the players. Pretty much all Dapper and Danny is what it felt like. Putting Kampeki creating space. But
And Sentinels get another 2 rounds of the board. The question is, can they do it when the rifles are online for OpTic? This is where the OpTic players are very dangerous. And in general, they play to take fights against you. They're not going to play for retake. Not going to allow you to get those free plants down. So Sentinels are going to have their work cut out. Dealing with that level of defense.
I was wondering if they were going to 5-stack over towards balls, but no, it looks like Shaz is going to be taking that top bridge area. So
And Raucus and Shaz have rifles. They have Vandals in this.
Yeah.
Little stun. Obviously, no nade to combo. Neither team playing the raise, which can be devastating when you're trying to push into halls.
Shaz gets spotted with the knife. They know he's around this guy. Oh, I can't believe he takes that fight.
Yeah. Yay going so deep, exposing himself to multiple angles. Victor wants a piece of it too. And he does get a piece of it.
Yeah. Turns it 4v4 now, and they're barreling onto the side. Sentinels just need to try and get this plant down to set themselves up. The wall to split it up. You see them trying to take the retake now. OpTic, no command at the back of it. Players are suppressed. FNS. It's a bit worrying, a bit concerning, but he's got the backup of his teammates. Marved. A little shot there to the head. Flash down through. Dapper turns away from it. He does manage to dodge All of it coming his way, but now with the tap onto it, just trying to bait out that utility, and it's all up to Raucus. Does he have an angle? He's got the aftershock, but he has to just take the fight, and not possible for him.
FNS
clean.
FNS is training as an entry fragger here.
He was leading the pack.
He's looked at Angel over for FPX and thought, yeah, I want a piece of that. Doesn't matter, I'm playing the breach. I'm going in first. I'm taking these fights.
Doesn't want to get breach diffed by Raucus.
Yeah, that might be part of it. He's doing all right at the moment. Obviously, no. 10 and 9, bottom of the leaderboard, but that doesn't mean anything.
Nah, not when you're 11 and 4.
No. Okay, Sentinels now getting pressured. This would be their final opportunity. Economy broken if they lose this round. What are they up to? Just having a little roll around on the ropes at the moment, exchanging positions. Looks like a B split. That early fault line catching all three of the players
as well.
Good counter stun.
Yeah, but the pincer comes through, right through the back.
There's still a player alive. Kampeki, with the spike in his sights, worried about where he's going to get pinched from, but getting support from Tunnel.
Yeah, they don't have much info, do they? As to where the rest of these OpTic players could be, and they are slowly being squeezed.
Oh, they're
taking the angle. He sees one of them. He drops down. The flash. It does connect.
And Shazam is on the A site, which is pretty far away from the spike.
Don't worry, guys.
He's coming, but it might take him a while. He's got a minute to play with, though.
Yeah, he's got time.
How does he get this one done, Bren?
Well, okay, he's going to lurk through into spawn.
Yep. I mean, he's there.
He's just picked up his rendezvous, so that's going to be off for like 15 more seconds.
Okay.
But he's got time to work with, 45 seconds, so he's going to come through. He's just going to clear one of these angles. He's going to isolate a 1v1 now arcade. Take somebody's head off.
Picks off Marv, pulls out the headhunter, immediately decapitates FNS, that kind of vibe.
I think so. There we go, there's one. Takes off the head of Marv. Has to expect the second one. He's going to hard clear this corner. Finds that one as well. He's going to be detected by the knife. There's a couple of seconds left, though, so he's got to push forwards. And now, has to deal with Ye, but, I mean, it's just Ye, so...
Yeah. Unfortunate, but nice try, actually, from Shaz in the 1v4.
Almost predicted it as well.
Nearly got it, nearly got it. Shaz showing that he's still got it as well. He's had a really rough stage, Shaz. Playing, I think, really struggling with the identity of Sentinels and, you know, what they should be doing, what they should be running, what his role should be.
Yeah, I think
it'd be cool to see him playing more of the chamber. I know he's spoken that he doesn't like IGLing on the role, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's a role that suits his strengths, I think. And
as an individual, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put on some slack as well. I think it's a bit difficult when you can tell the Sentinels are clearly just trying to get back into the swing of things and get comfortable again.
Oh, don't do it to him, FNS. They've got a light eco buy. You're on map point.
There's nothing to work with.
Don't hit him with the breach ult into holes.
They're waiting for some sort of sound cue to just hit this and squeeze, but...
Yeah, they've got two players waiting to push.
Then a backing. Shaz was watching that. Jiggle Pig from Marv was punished and shot down still. Oh, okay. Becky gets removed. That's just confidence from Victor. They want to make the move into this one. Looks likely. Rolling Thunder comes through. Dapper had to run forward just to avoid all of it. And the player's just getting cleaned up. One more round, and it looks more than doable. It looks incredibly likely. Raucus only got the Spectre. Wants to try and find that other weapon, but it's a 1v3.
Confused as to the position of FNS as well. There's one.
There's two.
Can he win the 1v3?
No way. Keeping them back in it. He's found the positioning, but now he knows exactly where he is. Makes the decision. He's going to go straight away and get this plant down. He can play this in the 1v1.
Love this decision as well. He's actually going to get his ult online as soon as he plants. Plants instantly.
30 seconds left.
Gets the fault line. How does FNS respond to this? Picks up the pace now that the plant's gone through. He knows roughly where Raucus is right now, but he has no idea where Raucus is going to be.
And this is quite good by Raucus.
This is a great play.
And he's got his ult online. The Rolling Thunder can disrupt the plant as soon as FNS ends up tapping this. He just needs to play it cautiously.
He has Aftershock as well.
Don't reveal your position, please. Okay.
As soon as FNS drops, he's got all the info in the world to play off.
Yeah. I'm watching and I'm begging that he doesn't overheat, but he hears the drop. Okay. Listen, he found it. He found it.
And that's a 1v3 with COVID. Raucus having a flu game right now.
Yeah, there you go.
He's actually playing really well. 12 and 13, individual moments. That's a Red Bull clutch. He hit some great shots. The flash onto Ye. I guess that was like a 1v4 then as well. Because he had Ye to pick off at the end.
I mean, he popped off there.
Yeah.
He did.
Just took the round into his grasp.
little bit worried, you know, the percentage play, you know, I think was use the ult as soon as you hear the tap, but...
Listen, Bren, the percentage play is to save it for this round and start the comeback.
Yeah, the percentage play, actually, you're right. Have confidence in your own ability.
Exactly.
To kill 4 of them in a round. Well, Victor, he's found his way in this.
Oh, the
high
knife
position.
from
Yeah,
Crashes.
that's got so much information, a dish.
I mean, they just spot 3 players up there, including the Neon, indicating that it's going to be an A push. Orb taken, ults online, tons of ultimates here for Sentinels to use. But it looks like they're a little concerned that this A pinch might now be too predictable, especially with OpTic reinforcing that A halls control that they have. At some point here, having Ye and Victor push out of A for information might be a good call. OpTic just trying to get the feel of this round, get the read.
Yeah, with the
world's quietest fun zipline.
It's complete noise being cut, which means, like you said, OpTic is scrambling for info. They're desperately hunting for anything. They don't know what is coming and where, but stun into the corner, counter stun, layered on top of each other with the flash just to push them off the angle. There's 33 seconds left, and there's not a lot of pace injected into this one. This could go disastrously wrong. Yay, quarter force, quick flick, flashed up, but he still finds the second.
Slow fields everywhere.
At a time. Renault pushes him off the angle, but it's using that ult. The res comes online. This is do or die right now for Sentinels. 13 seconds, all the players of OpTic ready and waiting. The utility is there to try and stop them, and then tracks! Marved! No, you've got to be kidding me! Running straight into the molly, man. That's the prime game in Flawless, and that closes it up.
I don't know whether I've ever seen a 3K with a brimstone molly. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that.